2v2 Calderis Refinery blue team. We've got Lindonin playing a Warlock, offensive melee, great mobility and disruption, can also tank damage very well. Alongside him is Kalzi4 playing a mech boy, teleporting commander that fights range combat, good damage output, can also disrupt, support, build structures and repair, but is not very tough. Red team, NoisyElmo, also known as Pega, plays a Commissar Lord, good offense and support, fights melee, has a shield to start off. And Phantom Land, rounding out the game, is a Grey Knight Brother Captain, durable commander that walks through cover and cannot be suppressed, fights melee, good offense and support. Strike squad on the field, very versatile and durable, heavy infantry, good melee and ranged. Might see them tying up shooter boy squads. Those stormtroopers out of cover there, lost a model to the mech boy. Sluggers trying to sneak in behind. Here comes the Warlock to assist that mech boy. Sentinel on the field for NoisyElmo. And Sluggers don't want to fight Strike Squad in melee, especially when they have support. Look at that Destructor on those stormtroopers. Ouch, takes them down to 2 models and they retreat. Brother Captain getting very low on health. Unlike the Chaos Lord, does not start with a self-heal ability, so in first engagements you really need to be careful with that guy. Here comes some Howling Banshees now for Lindonin. Agile melee units with power weapons, awesome at chasing down retreating squads. Strike Squad now backing off. This is too much firepower for them to handle. Double shooters, double dire Avengers and a Warlock in there. Multi-last turret set up at Red's natural victory point on this west side, contested in the middle, and over on the east side there's a natural for blue. Blue team sticking together so far, going to take mid, maybe sweep over to the west side, perhaps even harass this power. Big shooter up on these shooter boys, gives them 2 big shooters, allows them to suppress with aiming. What's that? Other squad without any upgrades. Dire Avengers alongside the Warlock here. He might back off and wait. Here we go, get the aspect of the Avenger. And then he can chuck 2 plasma grenades on this turret and it will take it down. 500, 454, 2-1 for blue. Stormtroopers backing off here. Another excellent destructor from Lindonin. Makes them retreat. Here come Purgation for Phantom Land. That's Inspire Courage on those guardsmen. Here are the Purgation squad. Those 3 incinerators, good area of effect damage. They also suppress targets after a short duration. See them suppressing those shooters there who back off. These guys have their no bleeder. You have aspect up on both of the Dire Avengers. These guys getting very low and retreat with a single model. Here comes the Warlock with his passive fleet, knocking down those Purgation. Really needs to tie these guys up quickly. Heavy weapons squad with heavy bolter force off the Howling Banshees. What are we going to see then to deal with this heavy weapons squad? Kalzi4's mech boy could just teleport in and tie up, of course. He's gone for the death gun and the battery pack. Brother Captain trying to force off this mech boy who could just teleport away here, but instead kicks the Brother Captain. Now he teleports out. It's a 1-to-1 cap, early lead for blue team. Double heavy weapon squad for NoisyElmo. Can upgrade their weapon in tier 2. Can also give them a pretty useful sergeant that grants them a shield so they don't get knocked back. Sluggers, are they going to make it out of here? Looks like they are. Stormtroopers coming in, but they should get away fine. Stormtroopers, Inquisitorial Stormtroopers that is. Very nice DPS for a starter squad, especially when you get their sergeant. I think that's being looked at for the next patch. Their raw DPS on their starter weapons, which are Hellguns. Purgation squad back mid. Had a good impact last engagement before the Warlock came and tied them up with his leap. We have aspect of fleetness up on the Howling Banshees, allows them to leap over cover, as you can see there. And the Exarch gets dual wielding power swords with almost 54 power melee DPS, which is crazy when you think that it's just a single model in the squad of Banshees which all have power weapons. They are brutal versus heavy infantry when they get aspect of fleetness. That's more DPS than tier 1 commander power weapons. On just that one model, Commissar Lord has Aura of Discipline up. Really nice accessory. He has such great accessories, the Commissar Lord. Catachan Devils with all reliable Howling Banshees laying in wait. You really need to be careful when to engage them. Sentinel stomps the Warlock and he runs away. We have double heavy weapon squads on this side now. How is Lindonin going to deal with this? Perhaps an Immolator. Grenade gets in there, nicely done. Does not kill a model though. And the rest of them retreat. Can retake his natural. Pain Boy on the field for Kalzi4 has been doing very well in the games I've seen recently. Turned out as a really interesting little support sub-commander in tier 1. Takes down the brother captain, look at that. He does have a power weapon which does damage over time. Can also heal and blow up an allied orc with unstable fuel injection. He gets that in tier 2 though. Tier 1 he's mainly used to tie things up and heal. Heavy weapon squad covering this approach, but orcs are going to come in behind. I think shooter boys with their Nobita will decap that red point. Pain Boy not tying them up. Doesn't want the other one to turn around, I don't think. 440, 413. Triple gens up for blue here. Also have triple here, but down goes the node. Red team with 6 up also. And tier 2 is up for Lindonin. Has Wraithguard on the field already. Short range artillery unit. Huge damage versus all targets. They also suppress infantry. Very weak in melee, but they are reasonably tough with 2,000 hit points across 3 models. Almost wiping out the Sentinel there. Howling Banshees in amongst it with that aspect of fleetness. The Stalk field is up on them. You see those shield type things. It's a global ability of the Warlock. Here comes Strike Squad trying to tie up the Wraithguard. Can they take down this turret? One more volley would have done it. But we have sight cannons up on the Purgation Squad. Excellent ranged weapon. Good versus all targets with a very small area of effect. Don't need to set up and have reasonable range, especially when you use the Purgation Squad's ability, Clear Vision I believe it's called, which boosts range for a short duration. Strike Squad get out of there without a loss. Wraithguard were kept in play. They are very, very slow, as you can see, when they do not have their Warlock leader or a Warlock or Farseer is not in range to give them Wraith Sight. The Warlock himself can give him Wraith Sight. Stick Bombers on the field for Kalzi4 and it's going straight to tier 3. Chimera on the way for NoisyElmo and Phantom Land with a Grey Knight Dreadnought. Now Wraith Sight is up on the Wraithguard, close enough to the Warlock. And look at the damage to those Catachan Devils. They also get a battery pack heal from the mech. Can get a self heal in tier 3 Wraithbone. Stick bombs thrown in. Just missing those guardsmen. These guys have both of their squad leaders now, Commissar and Sergeant. That's Inspire Courage. You can see that buff on them now. It's worn off. 380, 409. Lindonin seems to be happy to give these Wraithguard Wraith Sight with just his Warlock commander so far. Confident enough that he can keep in range of them. There go a bunch more stick bombs. Here's the Chimera now, support vehicle for Imperial Guard. Allows you to transport and reinforce infantry. Also works for your allies. Wraithguard and Dire Avengers working on generators, and generators do not last long to these Wraith cannons. Catachan Devils coming in. Did you see that damage? Might wipe this squad even if they were moving and still got hit. That is the Commissar Lord's flare, which is going to be very good for dealing with this Wraithguard. I think they've done very well so far. Here comes a Grey Knight Dreadnought to help out. Starts off with the Multi-Melter and the Maelstrom ability. It's a very versatile Dreadnought. Can give it an artillery upgrade with a Plasma Cannon You can give it a heavy flamer, and you can make it a melee walker as well. Those stun bombs, yes. Aspect of fleetness. You see the Exarch with her power swords. Means that they can't really deal with vehicles anymore. Warlock with Witchblade of Kernus. Commissar just about gets into the Chimera there. Hydrogen Devils with their Sarge. They now have a melter gun. What's going on up here? Orks scared away by the Grey Knight Dreadnought. Purgation with those side cannons trying to get shots off on the shooters. These guys fully upgraded with Knob Leader and Big Shooter. Looted tank on the field for Kalzi4. Orky tank can boom shot to disrupt infantry, and it's getting reinforced plating. Chimera is still mid. Blue team only really have the Wraith Guard and a looted tank to deal with that thing. Strike Squad now have their melee upgrade, gives them a nice health buff and a melee damage buff, but they're forced off there. Dreadnought now backing away. The brother captain fully kitted out, has the halberd, splash damage power weapon, mantle of terror, and the teleporter pack, teleporting into rear armor hits on that looted tank, and the multi-melter off the Dreadnought made very short work of it. Good grief. There is the Canticle of Absolution, boosting the energy regen of this allied staff, also stops enemies from using abilities. Shooter boys tying up that heavy weapon squad in melee. There is Inspire Courage, 100% damage buff on this guardsman now, but they are unable to retreat for the duration, and of course lose a model because it gets executed. Dire Avengers in melee here. Their Exarch is not too bad in melee. You see him there with the Dire Sword running away. Witchblade of Kernus, Ethereal Slash on those Catachan Devils, still with 9 models though. We have a las cannon up for NoisyElmo, the other one still with the heavy bolter. Fire Prism on the field now for Lindonin. And another looted tank for Kalzi4. Can this one last any longer? Needs to be really careful of that Dreadnought. And reinforced plating going up immediately. 200 health buff. Dreadnought needs some repairs. Where are the stormtroopers? Here they come, and they have grenade launchers. Catachan Devils have infiltrated here, which is what they do when they're left alone. With 3 improvised explosives up to protect the victory point. All kicking off mid. Wraith Guard are tied up by the brother captain with that power melee splash. They are going to lose models. Here comes the Dreadnought. While Multi-Melter takes out a Wraith Guard. Tank and Fire Prism trying to defend them. Chimera bringing up the rear. Here comes Purgation. Can they get some shots on this tank? No, here come a bunch of Orks. Pain Boy Sluggers. There is Maelstrom though, reducing the speed and draining the health of all of this stuff. Sluggers with absolutely no upgrades, I don't think, no. Still in their default state. Dreadnought took a lot of damage there. Commissar goes down. Fire Prism with this awesome fire support, the focus shot and the spread shot, and down goes the Chimera. Las Cannon is getting shots off, but is forced to retreat, and the Dreadnought goes down to the beamy death gun of the mech. Such an awesome anti-vehicle weapon. Does require setup. You might want to change back to the death gun now. In fact, he's getting super tough beam up. Maybe he's going to save for some knobs. Manticore now on the way for NoisyElmo. 317245. 1-to-1 cap. Phantom Land hitting tier 3. Blue team in the ascendancy, you would think, looking at the squads, looking at the map control. Should be hitting power though, surely. Still 5 generators up for red. 317242. Sneaky shooter boys in retreat. Dire Avengers level 2. Warlock level 4 has Providence and Warp Throw. He is going full angry space elf mode. Commissar level 2 has the Power Sword, Carapace, and that Aura of Discipline. But the captain is down, level 2. 317225, here comes Strike Squad. Awesome special attacks though by the Banshees. There is the War Shout to suppress them, and they don't want to fight them in melee. Look at the damage from all those power weapons. Warlock goes down. Guardsmen here to support some Cataclysm Devils. Nice usage of that buff by NoisyElmo, Inspire Courage. 317209, it's a 2-to-1 cap for blue. Flash Gits on the field for Kalzi4. Long range Dakar. No sign of their Git finders. This Fire Prism is nasty, forcing off those guardsmen. Boom shot in retreat path. Just took a bit too long. Howling Banshees are now level 3 with Aspect of Fleetness. Strike Squad needs some reinforcements. Only their Justicar is there. And now they run away. There is the Manticore, there's the Manticore strike. No, it was just a flare, I think. Yes, it's the flare. Land Raider Crusader being dropped in by Phantom Land. Here it is. Hurricane Bolters on the side. That's 6 bolters strapped together. Multi-melter on top and a twin-linked assault cannon, not to mention grenade launchers on the front of it. Really, really nasty Land Raider. Taking a lot of damage though already. A bit isolated here. Fire Prism able to easily outrange the multi-melter on top, which is the only thing that can really threaten vehicles. Does suppress with those Hurricane Bolters though, so it's a huge pain for infantry to deal with. Commissar Lord chasing off some shooters. He's level 3 now. 317137. Purgation just lost 2 models. This Land Raider does allow you to reinforce, by the way. Also gives you health and energy regen. Down goes the looted tank thanks to a Manticore strike. Las Cannon now setting up a bit closer. And gets a shot on the Fire Prism. Look at that. Purgation will try and cap. And they are reinforcing off the Land Raider. Guardsmen now retaking Red's Natural. 317114. Avatar of Cain on the way for Lindonin. And tier 3 for NoisyElmo. Another looted tank for Kalzi4, his 3rd one. Does not want to get some knobs on the field, it seems. Manticore still sitting pretty. I have not seen any run made for this. Heavy artillery with huge range and damage potential. You saw it take out that looted tank there. 301112. Howling Banshees not trying to decap here. It is littered with IEDs, but they are going to decap. 293112. Mech Boy revives the Warlock. Mech switching back to the beam of death gun is going to try and go after this Manticore, I think. There is the beam of death gun. Does not have line of sight on the Manticore though, I don't think. Now he teleports in, but he's suppressed, and there is the flare to save the Manticore. Very quick thinking by NoisyElmo, because that thing will kill a Manticore probably in 2 shots on rear armor. 275112. Land Raider Crusader taking lots of damage now. Getting repaired by those stormtroopers. Here come Flash Gits with their blasters. Area of effect weapon. Not too effective versus vehicles, but hugely effective versus infantry. There's the Canticle of Absolution. Takes down a Flash Git in no time. Shooter Boys decap mid. 274103. Double cap for blue. Can red team hold on here? Avatar of Cain is in NoisyElmo's base, taking tons of damage. Warthog dropped down to disrupt this las cannon, which was handy. Still might go down on this Avatar, being chased down by the Commissar, and there is Inspire Courage on the Catachans. Las Cannon will get another shot, at least one more shot. Avatar trying to walk out. Another shot on the Avatar. 1, 2, 4 hit points. And another shot, and it goes down right on the edge of the firing arc. Unlucky for Lindonin. Well, perhaps should not have overextended that much. Super Tough Beam is up on the Paint Boys, level 2. Has stronger Git Source. Land Raider Crusader backing the hell off, very low on health. Strike Squad are in here. Force off the Mech Boy, special attack on the Pain Boy. These guys have lost a lot of models, this Strike Squad. They're level 2 though. And Boom Shot takes down another one. 27450. A single cap for blue. Can they get a double hit? Warlock does have Providence. Very expensive war gear. 200, 100 to get this thing. But it is nuts when it goes off. It's charged up by damage. I believe 200 damage is required to charge it. 274, 36. There's the 2 to 1. Down goes the looted tank again. Surely he'll buy something else now. He could get some knobs here. He got another looted tank momentarily. Here's a Rhino for Phantom Land. Twin Link Las Cannon on the way. And we have a Battle Wagon for Kalzi4. Dire Avengers are level 4 for Lindonin. Still have these improvised explosives all over the place, but not put directly onto the victory point for some reason. 27420. Deamon Russ backing off. Has the elite tank crew. Piling Banshees have done very well, level 3. Fire Prism has also done very well, level 2. Flash kits are there. Commissar Lord knocked back by something. The Fire Prism, I imagine, yes. That was all reliable. 27420. Red team really up against it. Unable to cap mid because of this Fire Prism. Maybe some pressure on Blue's natural. Have not seen much pressure over here. 2 multi-las turrets guarding Red's natural now. And we have a lull in the action as everyone works out what the hell they're going to do. There's a flare. Manticore is down. That's an orbital by Phantom Land, catching those orcs off guard. They will only be hit by 1 beam though. I don't think it's going to wipe them because these guys are level 3 and level 2. Maybe I'm wrong. Did it wipe a squad? It did wipe the level 2 squad. And these guys now retreat with Super Tough Beam on them. 27420. Warlock with Providence is decapping Red's natural. Complete invulnerability to damage. Also, the abilities cool down super fast and crazy energy regen, so we can use Ethereal Slash and Warp Throw over and over again. 27419. 1-to-1 cap. Still no pressure on Blue's natural by Red team. And again, Strike Squad taking heavy losses and forced to retreat. This Pain Boy has been awesome. He's now level 3. 27419. 1-to-1 cap. More improvised explosives going up, but again not on the VP. 26719. There's the 2-to-1 for Red. Can they hold on? They do have a Land Raider, Rhino and a looted tank. But here comes a Battle Wagon from Kalzi4, and down goes the Rhino, and there's an Eldritch Storm as well. Beamy Death Button getting shots in. Eldritch Storm is so dangerous versus vehicles, completely stuns them and locks them in place. Now they are sitting ducks for this Mech Boy. If the brother captain wasn't tying him up, that is. And there is Canticle of Absolution stopping the Mech Boy from teleporting out. Good thinking by Phantom Land. 25819. The vehicles survive. Pain Boy needs to retreat, and Red team will cap mid. 25819. I thought that Eldritch Storm was going to be it. Warp Spiders on the way for Lindonin. He has 2 Fire Prisms up now.
The prism cannon is yours to command.
Catachans level 3 have done really well. Just look at the commanders. Commissar level 6, but the caps are level 5. Level 5 Warlock, very nearly level 6, and a level 5 Mech. Get some las cannons, says Phantom Land. Grey Knights do struggle for long range anti-vehicle apart from Purgation, which he doesn't have anymore. He's going for some Paladins though, and they do some awesome anti-vehicle damage in melee. Webway Gate is up here, it's cloaked, but Catachan Devils will spot it, and there we see it will be taken down by NoisyElmo. Very quiet mid, nobody wanting to push. Blue team biding their time, they do have a sizable VP lead here. Warlock might try and decap. Yes. Waiting for Providence to charge perhaps. Disrupted by the Stormtroopers. Now Providence is up and he can try and decap. Super tough beam on the mech boy. Getting shots off on that Leman Russ. Look at the damage he's doing. Warlock gives up his cap. No, he does go back to it. Las Cannon getting shots. Fire Prism goes down. There's Ethereal Slash. Warlock needs to run away now. Really needs to run away now. And does get away. Gets a heal from the mech boy as he did. Mech boy is still back there, level 6. Leman Russ is still alive though. 198-19, and here are some knobs on the field for Kalzi4. Blue team taking heavy losses though. Both Fire Prisms down. Battle Wagon down. Very, very bad engagement for blue team. We do have Warp Spiders with their aspects. 187-19, and here comes some Paladins for Phantom Land. Super heavy infantry Terminator variant with these big ass demon hammers, which are heavy melee. They also passively buff nearby allies. 177-19, 2-to-1 cap for red. All quiet on the natural VPs. Painboy coming in. What is he up to? This is a repair bunker up from NoisyElmo. Constantly repairing these two vehicles. And red team might be able to see this out. Another looted tank for Kalzi4. We have double Warp Spiders. We'll want to get some double haywire grenade action going, I think. Also allow them to teleport over and decap this. Oh, only if he used that improvised explosives there, that could have wiped that squad. 152-19. 2-to-1 cap still for red. Can they hold on here? Grey Knight Terminator is now on the way for Phantom Land. Here are those Wraith Guard, they're level 2. Lindonin floating absolutely tons of power, doesn't have the requisition to use it. 139-19, I think this is red teams to lose now. Kalzi4's knobs suppressed by the Land Raider Crusader, and now the Brother Captain is in amongst them with the Halberd, Canticle of Absolution, stopping them from using Frenzy. There is the super tough beam. 125-19. Here comes some Paladins, and there is Frenzy on the knobs. 120-19. Pain Boys back at base cannot support them, and that's a fight that the knobs cannot win. Land Raider, a bunch of guard, Catachans, Paladins, and the Brother Captain. They cannot win that fight, and our force of Leman Russ is now level 3, taking shots though from this Wraith Guard. Is NoisyElmo going to notice? I think he is. One more volley, this thing's going to go down. Gets away with 29 hit points. Now is being repaired by the bunker. So close to taking it out with the Wraith Guard, and now they back off. The husk of the battle wagon still here. 98-19. Some more flash kits for Kalzi4. He really hasn't looked after his tier 3 units. 3 or 4 looted tanks gone down. He's lost a flash kit squad. Took tons of losses on his knobs. Should have used Calder Boys perhaps, but there was a lot of stuff there, so it might have not been worth it. Manticore number 2 on the field for NoisyElmo. That will help them lock down this central VP. Red team taking a natural back again. (98-19). Commissar Lord using inspire courage to buff the damage of this las cannon. Also has Emperor's Wrath up. 90-19. Lindonin with Wraith Guard on the way back out. Add a D cannon now. Is it too late though? 84-19. 2-to-1 cap still for red. Just camping mid. Pain Boy with super tough beam up. Taking on some Catachans, but Catachans have a whole bunch of power melee attacks coming in. And he's forced to retreat. Mech Boy needs to run away. Blue team need to avoid the middle, I think. Put some pressure on his VP. Try and get this stuff to move. 67-19. D cannon got a big shot on those Catachans there. Oh, Reliable goes in. Warlock is level 6, almost level 7. He's going to try and decap, I think. That's Emperor's Wrath. Ouch. That thing whaps squads out. Death Gun up on the Mech Boy, switching back to the BB Death Gun, taking tons of damage though, and goes down. Here's an Autarch. 51-19, 2-to-1 cap. Terminators, Grey Knight Terminators that is, teleporting in. They have the Liber Demonica, boosting their damage for a short duration. Improvised Explosive goes off. Autarch will get away. These guys turned away from her, and red team retaking a natural again. Blue team just cannot penetrate this mid with that bunker repairing those vehicles. High level Leman Russ. Manticore there just in case they do get close. More flash kits for Kalzi4. These guys level 2 already. Here come some knobs with huge hammers and their knob leader. Can they make a difference here? They are suppressed. Need to use Frenzy. No sign of it. The Mech Boy cannot support them. There is Distort Field from the Warlock. Not using Frenzy for some reason. And they're all alone. They're going to get wiped out here. 32-19. You're just going to lose the entire squad yet. Phantom Land wants to be revived. He's up here. What was that? That's a Rocks. Took out the bunker and took out the Manticore. 32-19, 1-to-1 cap. Can blue team hold on? The red team have been coming back for ages. Can they turn the tide here? Manticore is down, bunker is down. I don't think they have enough, especially with 2 Terminator squads up. Flash kits trying to decap, but they are going to die in seconds. Not the toughest squad around. Down they go. 19-19, 2-to-1 cap for red, and they are going to win this. Blue team just losing all of those vehicles. That bunker made a huge difference. The Land Raider Crusader was vital as well. So difficult to counter that thing. 8-19, 2-to-1 cap for red, and there is the concede from blue. Red team take it. Absolutely crazy action. Look at the bodies in mid. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.